Well, it's become necessary to make a larger scale model of one of the lower craters, Perbuatan, the northernmost crater on the island actually. So whilst I'm coating myself in paint, let me show you where that was. Incidentally, if you're wondering whether I'm actually into home dentistry, I'm not, but if you get involved in making any kind of models, dental equipment, dental tools, they're incredibly useful because there's all sorts of things that are made for sculpting fillings and, in this case, digging out roots. Ugh. This is just the depths of the volcano at the moment. The rim as such will be around here, so I can afford to go further out with this lighter colour here if I want to. It'll probably end up being painted over again, you know, it's like I said before, I tend to work in layers with this paint. Maybe I can sell this to the Tate Modern. So the next stage is to add this little lava dome in the middle of the crater, but before I do anything else, I must thank Zolly from Budapest in Hungary, who very kindly supported the channel a little while ago, around the time I released my last video, only I forgot to mention his name. So I'm sorry about that, Zolly, and thank you very much for your support. The next stage was to form an outer layer out of balsa wood and then cover it over with a bit of fiberglass to get the beginnings of the rest of the structure. And you can see here that I'm building it up layer by layer using wire, aluminium wire underneath. I'd also found that because I might need to pull the camera a little further back, it would be expedient to add some more baseboard, so that's what I did. Ella, who doesn't enjoy making mud pies? Just see it now, can't you?
In the final stages of his decay, Della began building volcanoes out of wire mesh.
I'm just doing this because I want to get, well, obviously I want to lift the rim up somewhat, whilst also not ploughing through tons and tons of filler. It's really hard to do it that way around. Over on the other side of the crater, the wretched stapler was dishing up doubles. It was my fault, I'd not set it correctly. I'd got it on the wrong whatever setting, and it was thumping them out in pairs. So very much the same technique that I used on the larger model, of using epoxy putty and then making it go soft a little bit so that I can mold it using isopropyl alcohol. You can, I think you can get away with using water on this stuff, but actually it is much more malleable when you use alcohol. When I say malleable, I mean it practically, not liquefies it, but it makes it very messy. So it's more like a kind of, if you squeeze it, it's more like a kind of slip that you would get when doing, you know, pottery with traditional clay almost. Well, that about wraps that one up, and it's been good fun. Apart from the fiberglass rash I gave myself through not wearing gloves. Anyway, I can now get on and complete filming on part 1, so I'll look forward to seeing you for that one.